Hey guys, welcome to my podcast. And today we're going to discuss a little bit about the NAR settlement. Okay, so in case you or you didn't know, there was a lawsuit against NAR in regards to overcharging sellers for commissions. Um, Long story short, it was a $418 million settlement that NAR has to pay out. Now, the thing that really bugs me about this whole settlement is that this was done under uh, I don't know. We said this was done under the premise that the sellers would get back compensation, right, for the monies that they spent to list their home. They paid in commissions. Now, based on the math that I'm looking at here, this doesn't add up. So they're basically going to be getting $18 per individual, which is insane. I think this money would be best served being doled out to agencies within local municipalities to help homebuyers um, get into homes, right? In the form of a down payment assistance, programs and things like that nature. Now, here's the thing: the new rules that are going to be implemented, which will state that obviously that the seller no longer has to pay the buyer's agent commission, but this is going to open a whole lot of can of worms here. But I think that they will have to be a cooperative effort here with all of the agents when they're listing properties to let the seller know it's in their best interest to pay the buyer side commission, right? So here's the thing. NAR has until August 17th to share the new rules and September 16th to start following the new rules, contrary to what we've previously been told. But here's the thing, the NAR change is not a change at all, especially here in Connecticut. If you wanted to buy a $300,000 house, there's always been that 6% commission that commission always been financed into the purchase price. In other words, if you wanted to offer 390 or 290 and pay that agent 10 grand cash, you could have always done that. So there's not really a huge change if we're talking specifically about financing commission, which is the hot topic right now that agents are concerned about. Because obviously it's coming from the seller, right? It's a seller paid credit, in other words, so to speak. Fannie Mae put out the guidance on this was not to establish new policies, but to clarify current policy. What they're basically saying that, hey, this is to bring clarity on what we have already allowed. Basically, that bulletin says is to the extent that it's always been customary in the market for the agent's commission to be paid by the seller and the seller's agent. And to the extent that the seller and the seller's agent continue to do that, there's really isn't any change. There's no change, right? That's always been omitted from the interested party's contribution, and so it always continue in that context. Um, Now, here are some commissions changes statistics, right? So 2/3 of the general public, 67% support upcoming changes to real estate commissions, while 70% of the real estate agents oppose them. More than 3 in 5 Americans, 61%, agree with the NAR lawsuit's main premise. Home sellers have to pay the buyer's agent commission is unfair and an anti-competitive practice. In contrast, 89% of agents don't believe the allegations are valid. Nearly three-quarters of agents, 71%, believe that the NAR settlement will negatively impact the real estate industry, while the public is almost evenly split, 40% negative and 39% positive. 82% of real estate agents believe some buyers will be hurt by the commission changes, which is true. Some buyers will be hurt. And I said before, unless there's a cooperative effort to make sure that, the status quo continues, right? So about half of Americans, 48%, see home sellers as the biggest winners from the rule changes. Roughly equal amounts of Americans see home buyers, 39%, and real estate agents, 41%, as the ones who benefit least. Two-thirds of prospective first-time home buyers, 66%, indicated they would be able to afford their agent's commission in addition to other closing costs and the down payment. A majority of agents, 56%, believe that the average number of days a property spends on the market will increase as a result of the settlement. Only 15% of real estate agents believe the changes will have a positive impact on their business, while almost 6 in 10, 58%, expect negative results. About half the real estate agents, 52%, are considering offering additional services to stay competitive. 95% of the surveyed agents expect that the new commission structure will cause agents to leave the industry. A majority of the agents, 54%, expect buyers' agents' commissions rate to be about the same after the changes take effect. And 75% says the same for listing agents' commission rates. In summary, a recent survey by Cleaver Real Estate reveals a significant divide between real estate agents and consumers regarding the NAR settlement. While 7% of the agents opposed settlement, 67% of the consumers supported. This podcast delves into the survey, finding that there are implications for the Colorado Springs real estate market. The survey finding, according to Cleaver Real Estate's conducted in 2024, there is a notable gap between the opinion of real estate professionals and the general public. Support for settlement, 67% of consumers support the NAR settlement, while 70% of agents oppose it. Awareness, only 36% of consumers are aware of the settlement, yet 70% of agents have received inquiries from clients about its impact. Primary argument, 61% of consumers agree that the practice of home sellers covering the buyer's agent commission is unfair, whereas 89% of agents disagree. What are your thoughts? Chime in below and stay tuned for our next video. It's going to be popping up in regards to credit, and how to fix yours. So catch you on the next one, and as always, we appreciate your view. Set your notification for when episodes will drop on Sundays, typically around 7 o'clock. We'll see you on the next one, and stay frosty. Lock 'em and dock 'em.